Hello everyone, this is me Aman Kumar and we are going to start the new video in the course Way to C Programming. In this video we will be doing about switch case statements. Also please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get the notification whenever we post the new videos. First of all, how the switch case statement look like. Switch is the keyword which we will be using. Then in the parenthesis integer expression will come. This is the block of switch, and here some cases will come like case constant 1, do this, some task will be there, case constant 2, case constant 3, and a default case. So we will see what are these. Switch case statements allows us to make decision from multiple choices. We are having multiple choices. This is choice 1, choice 2, choice 3 and choice 4. So we can take decision from multiple choices. Integer expression must yield an integer value. And here an integer expression will come, and this integer expression must yield some integer value. This must give some integer value like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this. This expression should always yield some integer value. The keyword case is followed by an integer or character constant, and this keyword case is followed by an integer or character constant. Case keyword is followed by integer or character constant. This means like we can have a case like case A. Similarly we can have a case like case 1, case 2, case 3 and so on. Each constant in each case must be differentiated from all others. All these constants should be unique. No repetition should be there in these constants. The do this line in the above form of switch represent any valid C statement, and this is any valid C statement. This do this means here some any valid C statement will come, or group of statements can also come. We will see an example, then you will understand it better. So this is the program. First of all, we are including two header files, hash include conio.h, hash include std.h. This is the starting point of the program. We declared an integer value whose value is 2 I, int I, and value 5 is 2. Now switch of I. This is the switch case statement. We are using switch of I, means switch of 2. Here there is switch of 2. So this 2 will be matched by these constants, case 1, case 2, case 3. So matching is this case 2, so case 2 will execute. First we will see the output of this. So this is the output. The output is I am case 2, I am case 3, I am default. So what is happening here? Case 2 is matching with switch 2, means 2 is matching with this case 2. So this is the entry point. So we will the control will enter here. So it will print I am case 2. I am case 2 is printed. After I am case 2, it will print all the cases. It will execute all the cases. So it will also execute I am case 3. I am case 3. It will also execute default case. I am default. So this is the entry point, and after this all the cases will execute. So case 2, after case 2, case 3, and then default case, these cases will execute. Similarly, if here there was case 3, so the answer will be case 3 and default, because this is the entry point. The control will enter here and it will execute all the cases after this. So default will also execute. Now if we only want to execute this case, like if we are using case 2 and we only want that case 2 should execute, these cases should not execute. So what we will be using, a break statement. Break always used with the switch statement. Break is always used in a switch case statement to terminate the switch statement or to prevent the entry in another case. So we want to break the control, so here we will be using break statement. We will see the program. If I write break here, similarly I will write break here and here. Now I execute the program. Now you see the difference. Now the output is only I am case 2. Only this case 2 is executing, because 2 is matching with this 2, case 2. So it will print I am case 2, but this break will break the control. It will take the control outside the switch. So it will break the control. It will take the control outside the switch statement. So that's why this default case is not printing, and this case 3 is also not executing. Only this case is executing. We see one more example, like int roll number is equal to 3. We have taken a variable roll number whose value is 3. Switch of roll number means switch of 3, case 1, case 2, case 3. So the matching case will be case 3. This is the matching case. So this will print I am John. We will get output as I am John. Now the break statement will execute. Break statement will break the control. It will take the control outside the switch statement. So it will break the switch statement. So we will be coming out of the switch statement. So that's why only case 3 will execute. Hope you understand this. We will use break statement with every case statement so that we can come out of switch statement. If value of I is 1, case 1 will execute. If value of I is 2, only case 2 will execute. If value is 3, only case 3 will execute. But if value is suppose 4, no case is matching, in this case default case will execute. If the value is not matching, then default case will execute. Similarly, if the value of I is 5, so no case is matching, so default case will execute. Default case will only execute if none of the case is matching. Default case will only execute if none of the case is matching. There are some trips and traps in this switch case, so we will see these one by one. It is not compulsory to put these cases in ascending order as we did above. We can place them in any order. In previous programs we are putting these cases in ascending order, like case 1, case 2, case 3 and so on. But it is not a rule to put these in ascending order. We can place these in any order. Like we are placing case 3, case 11, case 2 and default case. Value of I is 2. It will just execute the case 2. The order of cases do not matter. We can write these cases in any order. You are also allowed to use char values in case and switch as shown in the following program. We can also use character data type in switch case. We will see a program. What is a program? Write a program to find whether character entry is vowel or not. We have to enter any character and find whether it is vowel or not. So this is the program. I will execute this program in Dev C++. So here is the program. First of all, we will include the header files. This is the starting point of the program. We have taken a character variable ch. We have given message to user to enter any character. Scanf, we are scanning the value of ch. Now switch of ch. Ch is a character. Ch is a character. Suppose user enter O. Suppose user enter O. So value of ch is O. So case will be case, switch will be switch off. So here it will be switch off O. So which case will be matching? This O case. So what here we are writing? Printf character entered is vowel. So what we are doing? We have written all the cases, like case A. Here we are giving the message character entered is vowel and break. Case E, character entered is vowel, break. Case I, character entry is vowel, break. Similarly case O, case U and default case. If we are entering the vowel, means if user is entering the vowel, any of these case will match. Suppose user is entering O, so this case will match. If user is entering A, this case will match. But if user is entering L, none of these cases will match. None of these case A, E, I, O, U, none of these cases will match. So default case will execute. In default case we are writing character enter is not a vowel. In these cases, in case A, E, I, O, U, we are printing the message character enter is vowel. In default case we are printing the message character enter is not a vowel. So I will execute this program. Enter any character. So I am entering I, character enter is vowel. So the case matching is case I. So we are getting the result character enter is vowel. But if I am entering the character like M, character entry and character entered is not a vowel, because none of these cases will match. A, E, I, O, U, none of these cases will match, and default case will execute and we will get message as character entered is not a vowel. Similarly, you can modify this program in this form. What is the problem in this program is that we are writing this message again and again. Character entered is vowel, character entered is vowel, character entered is vowel. We are writing this message again and again. We can reduce our work. and we can modify this program as. So what we are writing in the cases are case A, E, I, O, U. Similarly, we are using case capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, and capital U. In this last case, we are writing message print. We are printing the message character entered is vowel and break. And in default case, we are printing the message character entered is not a vowel. So how this program will work? Suppose user enter U. So case switch will be, so it will be switch of U. So which case is matching? This case will match. So after this case, no break statement is there. So control will come here, then control will come here, then control will come here, then here, then here. Then we will get the message character entered is vowel and then break. But if user enter the character as L, none of these case will match, none of these case will match. So this will not execute. So in this case, default case will execute and we will get message as character enter is not a vowel. So what we are doing, if user is entering any of these character A, E, I, O, U, you will enter in any of these cases. If user is entering A, we will enter here and break here. If user is entering E, we will enter here and break here. If user is entering I, we will enter here and break here. Similarly, if user is entering any of these character, we will enter in the corresponding case. These all the cases will execute and we will print the message here character enter is vowel and break. So our work is reduced. We need not to write this message again and again. Only entry point will be any of these cases. Means if user is if the control is entering in any of these case, means he is entering a vowel and we will exit in the last case and print the message character enter is a vowel. And if it is not matching with any of these cases, means character is not a vowel, so we will print the message character is not a vowel. Hope you understand this modified form. It is a simple program. Please practice these programs, then only you will better understand these programs. So the next point is, if a statement doesn't belong to any of the case, the compiler won't report an error. Suppose in this program, this print statement do not come under any case. This print statement is not part of any of the case. These cases are different and this print statement is not part of any of the case. So if print statement doesn't belong to any of the case, the compiler won't report an error. In this case, compiler will not give any error. However, the statement would never get executed. This statement will never execute. For example, in the following program, printf will never go to work. This statement will never execute. So the output will be case 1, means only case 1 will execute. So the output will be case 1 is executing. This statement will never execute. This statement will never execute because it is not part of any case. If there is no default in the switch statement, then error will not be there. If no case is matching, statement after switch will execute. So what this means, if this default statement is not there, if this default case is not there and none of these cases matching, if default case is not there and none of these cases matching, suppose here there is switch of 7, suppose here there is switch of 7, so none of these cases matching, so and default is also not there, so nothing will happen in this case. So if default is also not there and none of the cases matching, then nothing will happen. So statements after switch will execute. Suppose here is some statement after switch statement, so these statements will execute. Nothing will happen if default case is not there. Relational expressions like I is equal to I greater than 5 are not allowed in any of the case. Even float values are not allowed in any of the case, but we can check the values of any expression in switch. So what this means, so these type of case are invalid. Like case of 1.5, this is invalid because 1.5 is a floating value. Case of a greater than 5 is also invalid because we cannot have any relational expression in the case. Similarly, this is also a relational expression, so we cannot have case like this. Similarly, we cannot have switch of 1.5, we cannot have floating value in switch also, but we can have relational expression in switch. We can't have floating values in switch, but we can have relational expression in switch. We can't have floating values in switch, but we can have relational expression like switch of a greater than 5, switch of a greater than 5, or a less than 9. These type of switch statements are valid statements, but these type of switch and case statements are invalid. We cannot have decimal values and expressions in case, but also we cannot have floating values in switch, but we can have expressions in switch. So these type of switch statements are valid. Switch of I minus j into k is an expression. We can have an expression. Similarly, we can have expression like this. We can also have expression like this in switch. But if instead of switch case was there, then these will be invalid. We cannot have expressions like these in case. Expression can also be used in case provided there are constant expressions. We can only use constant expressions in case, like case of 13 plus 9 is correct, but case of a plus b is incorrect. We cannot have case like this, but we can have case like case of 13 plus 7. Switch may occur within another, means we can have nested switch also. One switch can be placed inside another switch. This is known as nested switch, but this is rarely practiced, so we will not discuss this. The switch statement is very useful while writing the menu-driven programs. The switch case statements are used in menu-driven programs. What are menu-driven programs? The programs like this is a menu-driven program. So what is this? First of all, a user is getting a message, enter two numbers. He is entering the two numbers 10 and 5. Now after entering the numbers, user is getting some options. Options available are 1 addition, 2 subtraction, 3 multiplication, 4 division. So now user is asked to enter choice. If user enter 1, so on 1 addition will be there, so addition of these two numbers will be done, means 10 plus 5 15 will be answered. Though this type of program will be known as menu driven program. We will discuss this type of program in some other video. The next point is, even if there are multiple statements to be executed in case, there is no need to enclose them within a pair of braces. So what this means? So even if there are multiple statements after case, here there are two statements after case, we need not to put these type of braces as we used to put in if else statements. We need not to put these braces as we used to put in if else statements. Just write the statements without braces, it will work. Just write the statements without braces, it will work. It is understand that these statements are part of this case statement, but in if else we have to put braces if we have multiple statements. Like if these two statements are under if, we need to put braces over here, because if we are not putting the braces, then only first statement will be part of if. Only this statement will be part of if. If we are not putting the braces, only first statement will be part of if. If multiple statements are the part of if, so we need to put braces over the if, but there is no need to put braces in case. Now switch versus if else. Now we will compare switch and if else ladder statements. First of all, we will see the disadvantages of switch over if else. What are the disadvantages of switch over if else statements? First disadvantage is a float expression cannot be tested using switch. We have discussed earlier also, we cannot have an expression like case of 5.5, or we cannot have expression like switch of 5.5. we cannot have this type of statements. Case can never have variable expression. We cannot have a case like case of a plus 3. We cannot have any variable in case. We can have variable in switch statement, but we cannot have variable in case statements. Multiple cases cannot use same expressions, so we cannot have expressions like case of 2 and case of 1 plus 1, because both of these yield same value. Case of 1 plus 1 also means 2, case of 2 also means 2. So this is an invalid statement, because multiple cases cannot yield same value. But these things can happen in if else. We can use float expression, we can use variables, we can have multiple if statements with same expression. These things are possible in if else, but not possible in switch case statements. This is the advantage of switch over if else. These were the disadvantages, but now we will discuss advantages. What are the advantages? A compiler generates a jump table for switch. So what happens? A compiler will generate a jump table for switch case statements. So what happens? In case of if else, suppose these are multiple conditions: if condition 1, else if condition 2, else if condition 3, else if condition 4, and so on. We are having multiple conditions. So what happens? Compiler will check all the conditions. First of all, it will check condition 1. If not true, then it will check condition 2. Not true, it will again check condition 3, condition 4. So it will execute. Suppose this condition is true, it will execute this condition. But to execute this condition, it have to check all these previous conditions. So suppose if 100 conditions are there, it will check, and 99th condition is true, it will check all the 99 conditions, then it will execute the correct condition. But in case of switch case statements, suppose we are having multiple cases like this: case 1, case 2, case 5. Suppose here is case 5. So we know case 5 is the true one, so it will directly jump from here to here. It will not match this with this, this with this, this with this. It will directly jump to the correct case. But in switch case, in if else, we have to check all the conditions. In if else, we have to check all the conditions, but here it will directly jump to the particular case, like switch of 5. So it will directly jump to the case number 5 and execute it. It will not check all these cases. So here execution will be fast, but in switch, if else, the execution will be slow, as all the cases have to be matched. So here a jump table will be created during the compilation. As a result, during execution, it simply refers to jump table to decide which case should be executed. With the help of jump table, it will directly jump to the true case rather than actually checking the case, which is checking which case is satisfied. It will not check all the cases, it will directly jump to the required case. But in if else, it is slower because it is evaluated at execution time, and it will check all the conditions. In if else, all the conditions will be checked, so it will be slow. Thanks for watching the video. This is the Facebook page www.facebook.com/way2itech, and this is my Facebook ID fb/amankumar29. These are our two books, Way to C and C++ and Way to Web Designing. Please like, subscribe and share our video. Do comment in the comment section if you have any doubt. Please do subscribe the channel so that you can get the notification whenever we post the new video. Thanks for watching the video.